What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Billy Clean here from Team at a Time, and I got a fun deck profile for you today. I usually try to profile stuff I top at locals and stuff like that, but today not so much. I wanted to do something a little fun, and without further ado, I'm not even gonna stall it out. It's Performapals. I was testing this deck out. It's definitely not a top tier deck here in the TCG, but it does what it needs to do, basically. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and go over it. So triple Performapal Lizard draw, exactly what it says in its name. Basically, if you have this and another pendulum card in your pendulum scale, you go ahead and destroy this or send it to the pendulum extra deck or whatever. Draw a card. This is your draw engine of the deck. Nothing too fancy. It has another draw effect for when you pendulum something and Performapal monster gets destroyed. If you control Performapal monsters, you get to draw that many as you control. So 3 lizard. 3 silver claw came out of not Cross Souls, but the new set, Core. Clash of Rebellion, there you go. 3 silver claw. This is one of your beaters of the deck. Also, when it's in the pendulum zone, all pendulum or Performapal monsters gain 300 attack. So 3 of that. Triple Camel Hump. It's okay. It does what it needs to do. Basically, makes your opponent's monsters lose defense. One of them, I believe, during your main phase 1 while it's in the pendulum zone. If it's on board, basically, if it's destroyed by battle, I believe, yeah, if it's destroyed by battle, your opponent's monster, you can have opponent's monster lose 800 attack. So, all in all, good card because whenever you pendulum summon them, they come back, they just go back to the pendulum zone, so constantly monsters are losing 800 attack with this guy. So 3 hump, 2 Drummerilla. He's your attack booster. So this guy, Camel Humps your defense, knocks down your opponent's defenses, and Drummerilla boosts your guys' attacks. Once per turn, when an attack is declared involving this monster, it can make one of your monsters, Performapal monsters, gain 600 attack. And it has another effect for when it's summoned on the field. Basically around the same lines of making a monster gain 600 attack. But this is it's at 2. I would put it at 3, but I like it at 2. So that is actually all the pendulum Performapal monsters. So now we're going to go into some more pendulum monsters I run, but that aren't Performapal. Triple Luster Pendulum. A lot of people don't run this. It's basically in the OCG build, but I basically want to try to maximize speed in my deck when it comes to getting as many pendulums into my extra deck or whatever, so I can pendulum summon quite a bit. But if you guys don't know what this guy does, if you have him and another pendulum scale, you can destroy that other pendulum scale to search out another one and add it to your hand. So definitely does stuff for speeding up, going through your deck. So, and I run the 1 Archfiend Eccentric. Decent card. I would run more than one, but her effect is basically once per turn or whatever. So you can't just keep recycling 2 of them at the same time. So you might as well just run 1. But basically, you can target one other spell trap card on the field, destroy both it and this card. This is when that's its pendulum effect, so then it'll go down to the extra deck. And then when it's pendulum summon, you can tribute this card and target one monster on the field, destroy it. So all in all, good card. Now the normal monsters, I got 2 Whip Snake and triple Sergeant Slaughter. His name is Salute Tiger. But basically, the way I see it, this guy, he turns monsters to defense. Well, oh, not turn into defense, but he switches attack and defense of a monster on board, and which makes it easy for this guy to get in. And if he destroys a monster, you can search out a Pendulum Performapal card, so that's very important. And reason why these are together, I know I'm about to do a gay reference, but you can't have the whip without the nay-nay. You see him? He's doing the nay-nay dance. So, and he's a whip snake. See the pun in there? Haha, yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's all the monsters. Next, triple Wavering Eyes. Basically, to help turbo through my deck. That's all that's for. Plus, it's a filler. I'll tell you why in a little bit. Triple Tanky. That's basically for the Salute Tiger, since he's a Beast Warrior. Helps get deck thins, gets my Salute Tiger on board, so he can do what he needs to do to get me my Pendulum cards. A lot of people run 2 Bubble Barrier to say it clogs. I just say I was running 2, and then I realized the importance of this card. It's just too important. Let me read you its effect. Each Performapal. Let me see if I can come up. Maybe focus. Alright, it's not going to focus. It's going to be gay on me. But each Performapal and Performage monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. Each a card effect once per turn. You take no battle damage from attacks involving Performapal and Performage monsters you control. So that's just important, man. It keeps your monsters alive. Basically, you have to destroy them twice, and that's just too live. I run 1 Regeki, 1 Dark Hole. That rounds up my spells. For traps, from Performage or Performapal traps, I run 2 Performapal Call and 1 Pinch Helper. Honestly, I'd run 3 Performapal Call. Every deck that runs this deck runs 3 Performapal Call. I definitely agree with that. Only reason why I'm not running 3 is because I don't have the 3rd. Otherwise, I would. But this is another way to get your Pendulum monsters to your hand. I'll go ahead and read you its effect. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, target that attacking monster, negate the attack. So that's good, it negates the attack. And if you do, add up to 2 Performapal monsters from your deck to your hand, whose total defense is less than or equal to the attack of the targeted monster. Until the end of your next turn, after this card is activated, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. Because that'll just be too damn broken. But if you look at the Performapal guys, all their defenses are, well, minus Camel Hump. Let's see, 900, 1800 for Camel Hump, 700 for Silver Claw, that's your beat stick, so he's easy to get. 600 for the Lizard Draw, so minus Camel Hump, which you wouldn't be going for anyway, you can pretty much get 2 monsters. If opponent is attacking you with, let's say, 1900 attack monster or more, so that's always good. This will basically let you get 1, it negates attack and let you get 1. So there goes 2 Mirror Force. That's self-explanatory. 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast. I got quite a few beast monsters in here, so damage step, activate Horn of the Phantom Beast. I destroy a monster, do damage, I get to draw a card. So Horn is it's pretty good in here, and good tech. 1 Bottomless and 1 Vanities. A lot of people ask me why I do run Vanities. Basically, when I Pendulum Summon and then I activate Vanities, it's usually good GG. I lock out the board for them. This card was really good at 3, but it did not allow people to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I understand why I got knocked down to 1. It's just too good. So with that, that's the deck profile. Well, that's the deck. The extra deck really doesn't matter. You can just throw a whole bunch of stuff in it. That's basically what I did. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and go with it. 2 Tiger King, 1 Diamond Dyer, 1 Silent Not an Arc, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Gaga Samurai, 1 Photon Pep, 1 Crazy Box, 1 Heartland Draco, 1 Djinn, Rap City, Cowboy for Game, Racks on Racks, Kaga, I'm not even going to try to butcher his name, and 1 King of the Fairlands. When I get extra Castels and stuff, I got like 4 or 5 decks right now running. So when I get an extra Castel or 2, I'll definitely put one of those in here. But this deck is definitely fun deck. I wouldn't really go competitive yet. It's not OCG. We don't have stuff like Shockmaster and stuff over here. So with that said, this is Billy Clint, aka Mr. GG from Team Out of Time, signing out.